And from those pictures tonight, we begin with some sad statistics. At least 5 people have been reported dead in the capital city, Nairobi, following heavy rainfall that continues to pound several parts of Nairobi and the rest of the country. Over 60,000 people have also been displaced, with rescue efforts ongoing in Mathare informal settlement. As KTN's Emmanuel To now reports, rescuers have been forced to use boats to access those stranded in the flooded areas.
In Nairobi, when it rains, it pours. The heavy rains have overwhelmed the city's drainage system, leaving a trail of destruction and deaths. According to the Nairobi County government, at least 3 people have lost their lives due to the devastating floods.
There's a young man who was found in Kiamaiko. He was swept away from the Utalii side while they were rescuing actually others. And we found him this morning. There's a gentleman on a bike who we even have the video of him being swept away. He was on a motorbike. That is in the Clay City, Mwiki Bridge. And when he stepped outside his bike, he was actually carried away by the raging waters. The waters are raging. And that's why we're telling our people, don't dare.
Videos posted on social media show a city marooned and submerged in floods. However, the county sheriff has attributed the crisis to bursting riverbanks.
And so the drainage is flowing, but the capacity of the drainage is what is constrained. What we're dealing with currently, the crisis now, is bursting of river banks.
Although the 17 constituencies in Nairobi have been affected by the floods, some were hit severely. In Mathare slum, for instance, some residents were forced to seek refuge on rooftops, with several casualties reported. Some of the survivors were dumbfounded, perhaps reeling from the shock of what they went through.
Nilikuwa jana sikukuja huku, nimerauka asubuhi kukuja kuona bibi yangu. Nikapata maji imejaa kila mahali. Nikauliza majirani, wakaniambia walibisha bibi yangu. Bibi yangu hakutoka.
Katika Mathare, ile statistics or information niko nayo is that kuna watu zaidi ya 5,200 in terms of household. Hiyo ukipiga na household ya watu kama 5, you're talking about close to about 25,000 people wale wamekuwa affected.
They should put aside those good papers and come and be with us first of all. We want to see their faces. We want to see how much a deputy president empathizes with us. Just the fact that he knows that we are in problem. We are not asking for much.
At some point, rescuers in Mathare were forced to use boats to save lives as women and children were left stranded. In the capital, motorists were forced to find alternative routes after 2 huge trees fell, blocking the busy Moi Avenue road. County officials have been working throughout the day to clear the debris. This as movement between Thika and Nairobi was completely cut off at some point. Some kilometers away in Athi River, Machakos County, upscale estates like the Safaricom Sacco estate were submerged with 2 deaths reported.
Actually, the water was in between, like half above my knees, sorry.
Public and police-led rescue operations have been ongoing, with some people airlifted to safety. The county has now called on the residents to move to safer places, with the devolved units putting up rescue centers in schools and churches in the affected areas. The county has outlined a raft of measures to mitigate future floods, including construction in riparian zones.
Said we have halted all processes of development approvals for now, until we can review all of those that have been issued and where they are, because we shall not allow any development upstream to affect lives downstream.
Meanwhile, the Kenya Railways has resumed operations for commuter trains serving Lukenya, Syokimau and Embakasi village routes. The operations were suspended in the morning following the heavy rainfall pounding the areas. Emmanuel To, KTN News, Nairobi.
Away from that, the Mtwapa Creek in the county of Kilifi has witnessed